Figuring out which cars will fly off the lot and which ones will collect dust can feel like a game of chance. Even with a team of analysts crunching the numbers, automakers still miss the mark in today's unpredictable economy. And when they get it wrong, dealerships are left with piles of cars no one wants. Enter market day supply, a simple but powerful metric that shows exactly how many days it'll take to clear out a particular model. It tells you how over or undersupplied a car is, revealing which ones are just sitting there, gathering dust. Using CarEdge data, we've uncovered the 10 cars that are making dealerships sweat, piling up on lots with no end in sight. These vehicles are giving dealers a headache, and you'll want to know which ones to avoid. Before we jump in, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on our future videos. Number 10. Ram 3500. The Ram 3500 is the first truck on the list. It's a big truck made for people who need to do big tasks. Unfortunately, there don't seem to be many big tasks. CarEdge's data shows that 19,945 of these behemoths are ready to find a job site to call home, good enough for a 224-day supply. They don't come cheap either, with an average selling price of $79,950. Optioned with a monstrous 6.7-liter Cummins inline-6 turbo diesel, the 350 can tow up to 37,900 pounds. Who needs that much raw power? One look at the advertising and you'll see the Ram 3500 pulling entire tree trunks and excavators, not some dinky little ATVs. With the Ram 1500 already offering nearly 10,000 pounds of towing, the average person doesn't need to commit to more power than they need, leaving many 3500s stuck on the lot dreaming of towing entire buildings. Number 9. Jeep Gladiator. Take one of the most iconic vehicles ever created, the Jeep Wrangler, and transform it into one of the best-selling vehicle segments, the pickup truck. The answer to this simple math problem should have been a mountain of cash. But unfortunately, Jeep has only a mountain of unsold Gladiators. 2,654 of these boxy trucks sit on dealer lots, amounting to a 225-day supply. When it was introduced in 2020, the Gladiator was met with much fanfare, but enthusiasm has started to fizzle. One possible reason could be the more aggressive price increases the Gladiator had from 2020 to 2023. The popular Rubicon trim level jumped from $45,500, an 18.5% increase. For reference, the Wrangler Rubicon only increased about 3%. Rising costs, coupled with recently updated mid-sized rivals, Ford Ranger, Chevrolet Colorado, and Toyota Tacoma, have put this Gladiator at risk of losing its winning streak. Number 8. Jaguar XF. Moving to the other side of the Atlantic, the Jaguar XF takes the number 8 spot on this list. Sedans have fallen to the wayside in favor of larger crossovers and SUVs, and the XF was no exception to the decreasing popularity. With 229 days worth of supply, the XF faces stiff competition from its German counterparts in a competitive vehicle segment. As is the unfortunate case with Jaguar, reliability is constantly questioned, and these are far from the cheapest cars to maintain. With no outstanding materials or other eccentric luxuries, it's no surprise that many would turn to a 5 Series or E-Class. Jaguar as a whole has been struggling to move cars, and the XF has recently been one of the 5 models that the brand is cutting to make way for a next generation of offerings. For those keeping score, Jaguar only has 6 models. The F-Pace is the sole survivor. Number 7. Lincoln Navigator. Barreling its way into the 7th spot is the Lincoln Navigator, an SUV so big it almost deserves its own area code. The Navigator is the most luxurious offering in Ford's lineup, but seemingly not luxurious enough. According to CarEdge, over 9,000 units sit on lots, good enough for a 238-day supply. With an average selling price of $74,700, it's lavish. And the 440 horsepower twin-turbo V6 is powerful. $100,000 can buy you many cars at this price range. The Navigator has to contend with the Range Rovers and Escalades of the world, offering equal or better comforts while carrying more prestige. On the other hand, the Navigator was last redesigned in 2018 and has been available for years in its current form, so buyers have plenty of options in the pre-owned market. Number 6. Audi Q4 e-tron Sportback. At number 6 is our first electric car, the Audi Q4 e-tron Sportback. Quite a mouthful. The Sportback version of the Q4 gives the roof a nice swooping shape, messing with the utility of your sports utility vehicle by decreasing the overall trunk space, but it adds at least 5% more cool points. Electric vehicles as a whole have been seeing a downturn in demand, and luxury electric vehicles have been even more so. The Q4 Sportback was among the hardest hit, with 1,115 units sitting, and Audi has 238 days of market supply for their small electric SUV. Range anxiety still occupies a leading role in the apprehension of EVs. The Q4 has improved on previous model years, with an estimated range of up to 265 miles on the single-motor version or 258 miles on the more powerful dual-motor. Charging infrastructure is still not comparable and is not established enough to compete with gas stations, so range will continue to be a huge factor in purchases. 300 miles is probably a big psychological landmark for many people, and with an average selling price of $66,155, a Tesla Model Y is a cheaper way to get more range. We're halfway through our list. If you've been liking what you're seeing, be sure to hit that like button. Number 5. Audi Q4 e-tron. As if the Audi Q4 wasn't bullied enough already, it takes the number 5 spot too. This time, it's the less curvy standard version with a regular roofline. How boring. The Q4 e-tron is essentially the same car as the Sportback version. Why are they even considered separate models? Over 5,000 of these Q4s are sitting unsold, beating out the market supply of the Sportback within 254 days. The same criticisms apply to the regular Q4 as to the Sportback. Alongside these shortcomings, luxury EVs also suffer from accelerated depreciation, leading to plenty of cheap used models with few miles offering an attractive alternative to anyone considering a new one. Number 4. Maserati Levante. Returning to the world of internal combustion, Italy makes itself known with the Maserati Levante. Maserati has long been a way to get a taste of an Italian automobile on a budget, but it's not enough to sell out the Levante. This is the final production year for the 5.5-liter twin-turbocharged V8-equipped sports SUV, but there doesn't seem to be any speculators willing to bet on the Levante's collectability. CarEdge data shows a 344 market-day supply for the Levante. Word of Maserati's unreliability and expensive upkeep of what is partially a Ferrari engine has no doubt been spread throughout even the most casual of car lovers at this point. Only those who are ignorant of these shortcomings, or those met with a deal so good they couldn't refuse, are left to buy vehicles like the Levante. We bet the roar of the V8 at least somewhat drowns out the crying of your wallet constantly getting lighter. Number 3. Dodge Hornet. Taking the bronze this time is the Dodge Hornet. The Hornet is an Alfa Romeo Tonale in essentially all but name. Unfortunately, the Alfa Romeo exudes panache, while Dodge, well, doesn't. We're sure there are more reasons for the failings of the Hornet to make it to your garage, such as its price. At an average selling price of $42,644, we would run out of time describing the number of small and mid-size SUVs you could buy at that price range. When you have to compete with the heavy hitters like the Toyota RAV4 and Honda CR-V, you've got to bring your A-game. The Hornet has been praised for its comparatively lively on-road performance, but it's small, and people don't buy SUVs because they want a small car. As such, the Hornet is the first car on this list to have over a year of supply, with 384 days. A swarm of over 16,000 units sits on the dealer lot collecting dust. Number 2. Fiat 500e. 10 years ago, Fiat CEO Sergio Marchionne told everyone not to buy the Fiat 500e because he was losing money on it. It was easy to follow, and the 500e stopped being sold in the US in 2019. Fiat has recently reintroduced the 500e, also known as the Fiat New 500. Nice naming scheme there, guys. But it seems everyone is still following Marchionne's old instructions. The 500e retains its admittedly cute retro styling and doesn't shy away from its purpose as an urban EV with a range of about 140 miles. It's not going on any road trips. While it's more available in Europe, Fiat has changed the distribution plans of the 500e, limiting it to special edition drops for a limited time, as if they were a pair of Jordans. This strategy just began, so it's too soon to see the long-term achievements, but so far, it's not great. According to CarEdge, the 500e has a 459-day supply. Number 1, Acura ZDX. Taking the unfortunate number 1 spot is the all-new Acura ZDX electric SUV. Developed in collaboration with GM, the ZDX is Acura's first EV, and sales are not hot. CarEdge places the ZDX at a staggering 599-day supply. The ZDX has received plenty of average to good reviews with no serious shortcomings. Its 3 trim levels range from 278 miles to 313 miles, which is more than respectable for an EV these days. We imagine a lot of the apprehension may be because it is a completely brand new vehicle in a competitive segment with an average sale price of $70,000. In addition, as Acura's first EV, dealerships may still be figuring out how to best sell the car. It's also entirely possible that the ZDX name is cursed, as the previous generation managed to sell only 7,000 units in 4 years, making it one of the rarest cars ever made. Who knows? Alright, that's the list. We hope you enjoyed the video. Let us know if there were any surprises or cars that you were sure would make the list. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe button so you can get more interesting lists like this.